not. Gamers aren't this wildlife form of life that nobody understands. I mean, we're real people with real passions. It's just that our passions are gaming, and so I just kind of want to express that and how that gets misunderstood and how that presents challenges for the gamer when he goes out to interact in the great outdoors.
And I try to write in a lot of stuff about people who don't understand the game or gaming and stuff like that, and how they
Right.
want to or they don't want to, and how there's usually very few people that are kind of interested. You're either in love with it or you're very turned off by it.
Right.
And I think that there's an interesting dichotomy that a lot of gamers date non-gamers.
That is a weird thing
And
because
that you either become a gamer because you're dating a gamer, or you become even more turned off by the game.
it's one of those two things very often. I'm engaged to a non-gamer, but when we first got together, she did her best to fall in love with Magic the Gathering and World of Warcraft and some of the games that I was into playing, it went well for a while, but then I started getting competitive, and
And she's like, I'm not playing.
she's like, I don't want to play anymore, which is fine. She's fully supportive of my gaming and the things that I love, just like I'm fully supportive of her passions and things that she loves. And I think that ends up being the key to making a gamer non-gamer relationship work is being able to communicate what your passions are in terms that the other person can understand.
So how did you propose to this non-gamer?
Well, funny story.
Yeah.
I found a program that allowed me to make custom Magic the Gathering cards, and so I, being the nerd that I am, made up a Magic the Gathering card called Engagement Ring. Oddly enough, this has been done before. I didn't know that this had been done before, but the creator of Magic the Gathering, Richard Garfield, did the same thing to his wife. But I made this card, and in the middle of a game, I played it. We were at a comic book shop, and so she said yes. Let me tell you what, that earns you some nerd points, my
Yes,
friend. That earns you nerd points.
Nerd points. And then after she said yes, she never had to play it again.
Right, something
she's-
like that.
She's
No.
like, all right, and
She's
now
like,
we're
I
done.
win. Yeah.
Okay.
No, she did play after that, but like I said, I got to putting together decks that were like turn 2 kills, and she's like, I thought you wanted to play the game. I'm like, well, I did play the
Yeah, I
game. And
did.
she's like, no, this was over in 10 seconds. So we don't play Legacy.
Yeah, so gamer and non-gamer relationships can work. You just have to understand the boundaries.
You do,
Yeah.
and you have to understand that there are going to be times when you know your gamer partner is going to back up and fly halfway across the planet for a tournament and lose.
I mean, I dated a guy who I knew when it was gaming time, and I knew those 2 hours every night were his gaming time. So I made those 2 hours, my nail painting time or something like that. You just kind of gotta even it out.
Right, exactly, and that's the thing is that sometimes when my fiance doesn't understand, why it's so important for me to get to that Friday night Magic, comic book shop thing, I say, yeah, I'll turn that around and say, well, you're really passionate about this thing, and then she understands, and that's kind of a key thing is just mutual respect for each other. I don't expect her to get into the things that I'm into, but and she doesn't expect me to get into the things that she gets into, but we understand that that's what makes the other tick.
Yeah.